I just wasted 2 throws. Ooh. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got a review for you today. This is a disc I can honestly say I've never thrown. I don't think I can think of a moment where I've ever thrown one of these. And you saw it. It is the Pig. I've got 2 R Pro Pigs here. The flight numbers 3103. Here's your rim. It's similar to a slammer in feel, but the rim shape right here is different. But it does have that thumb track on it. But this is a disc I've never thrown before. I know a lot of people do like it. I've thrown rhinos before, slammers. And I'm trying to think if there's any other thumb track discs that I've thrown. I can't think of one right now besides those. I know there's others. I just haven't thrown those. But we're going to give it a few rips and see how these fly. You'll see these in another video as well. I'm going to do another approach disc challenge 2 with different approach discs than the first one. So you'll have to look for that. But yeah, we're going to give these a few throws. Oh, but make sure you subscribe and ding that bell so you know when these videos come out. I want you to see them. And we've already hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, so that's awesome. But we just want to keep on climbing and get these videos out to more people. So yeah, let's give it a few throws. All right, so I'm going to give these a couple of hyzer throws. Just low power. I'm not warmed up at all. Right off the bat, you know what? Where this rim is a little bit thicker than the slammers, but not as deep, this actually feels more comfortable to me than a slammer did in my hand. So we'll see how it flies. Okay, that's really smooth feeling. I will say this too, they are sort of flat, but nowhere near as flat as like what you see on some zones or the slammers I've got. Those are crazy flat. This has just like a little bit of a belly right in the middle. I assume you can find flat pigs, but mine aren't really flat. Pretty consistent, not quite as dumpy. I'm not throwing those crazy hard either, but they do hold the line and they do dump out the sky. But I can see those being a less stable version of a slammer, and I assume they're a little bit slower, but pretty solid so far. I actually like the feel of that better than I thought I would. Let's go throw some more. All right, so now on these next 2 throws, I'm going to take these pigs. I will say right now too, these are more comfortable to me on power grip. I might throw a couple fan grips in a minute, but I'm going to throw these on power grip. I'm going to try to hit them flat instead of on hyzer. They can still come out of that. I'm going to aim further right or left because I threw that one into that tree a little more. Okay. That, I'm not throwing that max power, but I'm still putting enough on it that if it was not overstable, it would be going straight. So that's got a good flight to it. You know, that's surprising. The Pig has kind of surprised me a little bit just on the first 4 throws. So pretty solid. I can see why people like it. Yeah, solid. All right, this is going to be the moment of truth here. I'm going to take the Pigs and just do some low power hyzer forehands with them. Okay, right off the bat, they're not as stable forehand, or don't feel as stable forehand as they do backhand. So that would be the hang up on me if I was going to be bagging this, because I like my approach discs to be very similar from forehand to backhand. That one seemed to be like it was going to be straighter. I'm not saying it's not a good shot, but where I already just like bagging one disc for both shots, it might be where I wouldn't do it. Doesn't feel bad, it's just not as overstable feeling on a forehand. So depending on what you're looking for, if you want a straight forehand and don't mind bagging two different discs, it might be good. I have to throw some more with it though. So alright, now I'm going to test these pigs with the backhand. I'm going to put them on some ante and some decent power and see how they fly. See if they just want to go straight or if they fight out of it. Let's try. Pretty stable, gotta say. I threw it pretty hard. I probably can put more ante on it and commit more. I wanted to see how that one flew before I went full killer on it. So let's try this one. We'll do a little bit more ante, maybe a little bit more height, and maybe a little bit more power. I really don't want to go into the trees to get these, so. But I might be. Yep. I'm going into the trees. That's what I didn't want to do, but it actually had the stability to resist that turn some. It just held it just slightly to the right for a minute until it started dumping out. I just got more distance with that throw, so pretty solid. I like it actually. All right, we've already thrown these pigs a couple times beforehand. Now that we're in the open, I'm gonna throw them a couple more times. Little wobble, but decent. Very consistent. Landed probably within like 5 to 10 feet of each other. Yeah, it's a useful disc. Those type of discs sometimes tend to have some wobble on them for me, like the thumb track disc for some reason. When I forehand, don't know what it is. I'm used to like harps, zones, and more recently the yarn. They just come out of my hand better. I don't know if it's like I got small hands or what, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I could make that work. So it's not like it's bad. It's just not my preferred on a forehand. Alright, now these pigs, I'm going to take them on some ante flicks. I like testing out forehand discs like that to see how they react on an ante line. It's a useful shot to have. Something that you can throw up high and get it kind of panned almost like a backhand. Sometimes you don't have the option to throw the backhand. It's not bad. Not bad at all. You can hit it on that angle and it's going to pan its way through. So it's good. I mean, if you don't get the nose angle right on them, you might get yourself in trouble, get it to stall. So it's, but on those two, it wasn't hard for me to control that. So pretty good. All right, guys, that is it for the video. That was the R Pro pig from Innova. I've not thrown any of the other pigs, like any of the Ricky pigs or anything that was out. I'm gonna tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with this disc. I was skeptical of it at first. I will say it's not one that I'm probably ever gonna bag. But I will say, out of any of the thumb track discs, or potentially rivaling like the approach discs I use currently, kind of like a zone or the yarn, I bag a yarn and throw it primarily now, but every now and then I might throw a zone. It does feel comfortable. That's the thing. It does feel comfortable in my hand. Forehand is a little wonky. Not exactly what I like. And for that reason is why it's probably not one I would ever bag. But the flight is nice on a backhand. I like the backhand flight. Forehand's not bad. I could get it down, I think, eventually if I flicked this for a while to where I didn't get that little wobble in it. I'm just so used to flicking the yarns and zones right now that those come out of my hand cleaner on a forehand than what this does. But I can see why people like the Pig. It's a pretty good disc. It flew quite a bit further than the Ricky Wysocki Bomb Slammers I was reviewing, but solid disc. I'd be interested to try one that's like crazy flat. These aren't too far off flat, but they do got just the smallest belly on them. But give them a try and let me know if you like them or if you currently bag them. You'll see them again in a video, or at least one of them in a video, because I'm going to do another approach disc video, like I said. So keep your eyes out for that. But worth a try. Solid. I was surprised. So that's all I got. Till next time, guys. Peace.